power of God. To accept the power of God that is within you is to truly embrace God's love. Power and love are synonymous, as fear and weakness are synonymous, even though they're not reality. When they're believed in, they carry the power that you give to them. It is a sacred honor to carry the power of love, to be the power of love, and to extend the power of love. But it's a choice, a constant choice, whether the belief in the power of fear or the power of love is chosen, which one, day to day, moment to moment. Consciousness, being conscious in the moment, is one of the hard parts of healing, because everybody has been in a trance for ever, for not forever quite, but as long as the belief of separation has been practiced. The fear has been given power. But now deeply, deeply realize how you have that choice to use the power of God, of love, of transformation, or to join with the fear. In the moment, it may not seem like even a question that needs an answer, but everyone has known that place of temptation for the fear, temptation for the known, and to shake away the cobwebs of the mind and the armor in the heart and come back to love and offer only love. The power of God made manifest. This is the calling that is here in the everyday. But to hear the call is such a precious gift. And to not minimize the calling. It's not to maximize it in the sense of talking about it, but it's in your heart to hold it in a maximum way. To accept the enormity of your light, of your perfection. The enormity. It's also to realize that that same enormity is within each beloved that walks the earth and has ever walked the earth. Each one is the perfect creation as one. And you are the sanest that is going to remember for everyone that you can. The purpose of this incarnation is to serve love. And in this moment, serving love in union, in communion, only for your love, dear God. We serve, we serve, we serve. The Divine Mother is always present, offering love and comfort. I am Mary of Conception. I am seeking to open your heart, offering my love and guidance as your suffering world comes apart. Bring your pain like a flower to open. Bring your sorrow to place at my feet. Tears that are watering my garden in the river of Jordan will meet. Oh, my children, I seek your surrender. Both the path and the message are clear. My Saint John is walking beside you, holding your hand through this fear. Keep your strength as you seek to be humble. Let the power that guides you reveal all the blessings of my holy rapture, confirming you know what is real. In this moment, allow your heart to open with the realization that the Divine Mother is asking you to open your heart, to no longer step back from opening your heart, to not be concerned of opening your heart, but to joyously open your heart, sharing the strength and the beauty and the light that is your heart, and allowing just placing the worries, the sorrow, everything from the past, just placing it at the feet of the Divine. You don't need to hold on to anything. Just surrendering it now. All I am, all I am, all I am is given to me. My mother gives to me, my father gives to me. All I am set free. I can forgive, I am forgiven. My mother gives to me, my father gives to me. I'm here to receive, here to be forgiven. I will receive, I am forgiven. All I am, all I am, all I am is given to me, here to receive. All I am, here to be given. All I am. All I am. Nothing else is true. Nothing else exists. And everything is given. That's the abundance of love that never stops flowing, never stops offering. never stops blessing. All I am. How can there be any arrogance when you accept that divine truth that all that you are is given to you? Where could the arrogance actually come from? Where could pride come from when there is no personal made identity? All I am is given to me. All I am. I'm here to be set free. Be the light. Be the comfort. Be the wisdom. Be the innocence. Just allow. All I am. Beautiful empty pages. Who would be kind enough to hire an old holy bum? What kind of work can I do in this world? And who would be kind enough to hire an old holy bum? One with a great reputation for loving the charms of the lawless and the wild artists. Maybe I could become a poet. Maybe the beloved will make my love so pure that he will come to sit upon all my beautiful empty pages. And when you come to look at them, he might even kick you with his beautiful divine foot. What kind of work can you do in this world? What is the difference between beautiful empty pages and pages that are filled? There is no difference between the pages. It is truly what you have offered to the divine. If the pages are to stay blank, there must be a beautiful offering within those blank pages. If the pages are meant to be filled with words, the words will come and be the same blessing. It is the light of the divine that is what the offering really is. And to see that light wherever you are, whatever circumstance, that's when heaven starts to reveal itself right here on earth. When you no longer have, even in your vocabulary, right and wrong and good and bad, more and less, light and dark. When you no longer see in the duality of fear, that you begin to see everything, every situation, every circumstance, everyone as perfect. Perfect. Situation is always perfect. How can it be perfect? And yet, the perfection of the moment, of the situation, comes because there is a learning, there is an offering of a teaching in that moment, and that is the perfection. What you choose to learn in the moment from the blessing of this moment. So then you can no longer really see anything as good or bad because it's fallen away. It's all perfect learning. And what a gift to no longer be identified and hooked into having to decide whether something is good or bad or right or wrong, more or less. The tension that those states of duality hold within you can be excruciating. Every time that you think you have assessed something as bad, your entire system shuts down, closes up, reacts, hears an alarm, wants to run, gets upset, worried. All the pain of that belief that something is bad as opposed to an assessment of something good. And it has none of that. It means nothing except what you're giving it as a meaning. That's the power that you carry. The power to give meaning to something that you are putting your eyes on, a situation, a person. You give it meaning, your own meaning. And in that moment of giving it meaning, it loses its translucent quality. It loses its ability to bring charity and peace. And it's lost to you in that moment because you're believing that something can be bad and that you can be hurt, because that's always the attachment with it. So to let go of good and bad and right and wrong is such a blessing, and it's necessary because it's not reality. How much time have you spent in this lifetime and other lifetimes honing your skills with what you like and what you don't like? You've even maybe applauded yourself for having new likes and dislikes every 10 years or so. And you look at that and say, oh, I'm evolving. But the true evolution, the healing, is in opening to love, and that everything is love. Your taste buds, your eyes, your ears, what they hear, it's a filter. The taste buds are a filter that you've been practicing with, that there's a decision that something is not good and something is good. And yet the entire universe is one with you. Everything is in the divine equality of oneness with you. Everybody can see it in a something like listening to music and only liking one kind of music, not realizing that there are all these other expressions that can bring you the call of love, that can be the manifestation of God within form. But the determination, when it's there, says, no, I'm right, this is what I like, and I don't like this. Everything is here to learn in its perfection. Every situation, every moment is filled with teachings, awarenesses that are there waiting to be embraced in all of their splendor. imagine that you saw no difference between losing a job and getting a job, that everything was just for the perfection of learning, and that all the attachment and the tension of it, whether it was losing the job or winning the job, just becomes the opportunity to love. Not good, not bad, not more, not less. Just the opportunity to love and learn to go deeper to love. The tethered. What kind of work can I do in this world? Many beloveds in the spiritual journey ask that question because it turns your relationship to a job can be upside down. In the world, the idea of a job is for prestige, for what you're supposed to become, improve, and be good at what you do and be recognized. And in the spiritual journey, the work that you may do will have its center of being of service. How can I offer love? How can I serve the truth of love? And it can come in all different forms, but the intention stays the same, that it is for the purpose of offering love and learning. Imagine what a town would be like if all the spiritual beloveds who have been called spiritually would be all with the intention of offering love. It would be utopia. And that's what heaven is, the offering of love. So it's meant to be started here because heaven is here. Heaven is right here, right now. It's only because the mind gets hooked into the past of identity and trances that it's not recognized that heaven is here, that it is here. I kept being called to different questions. Do I desire a world I rule instead of one that rules me? When you ask that question within, is that what you hold in your heart, that this is God's will for you, that you desire a world that you rule with God, that you make the decisions of peace or chaos, instead of a world that rules you because you believe that the world is the authority? Open to the authority of the divine and become the power of love and use the world for its holy purpose of offering love. Do you desire a life where you are all powerful in God instead of helpless? That might seem like a question that would be kind of redundant. Well, of course, I want the power of God. And yet, most beloveds see themselves at some time as a victim of the world, as helpless, as everything is happening and coming at you instead of that it is your mind that is deciding what the world is for. What a powerful place to accept that you can be and carry the power of God, because it is your birthright to do so. It is what you are. Do you desire a world in which you have no enemies and no one is blamed or condemned? No enemies. It's funny when you hear the word no enemies, which side of the coin does that come from? That no one sees you as an enemy, or that you see no one as an enemy? And it's both. It's that you don't see anyone seeing you as an enemy, and you don't see anyone as an enemy, because enemies don't exist. It's a fabrication of fear. Letting go of all ideas of enemies. Do you want to see what you have denied for yourself because it is the truth? That starts getting more centered. Do you want to see what you have denied because it is the truth? It's a prayer that can be put in many different ways. But the prayer really is, heal me of everything I've made up, everything that I can't see that I'm clinging to in fear. Heal me of everything that stands in the way of love. I don't care what it is. I don't care how deep it goes. I don't care how long it takes. Just heal me of everything that I've made of. If you have to reach back into 10,000 lifetimes, reach back. And with the power of the truth of creation, heal what I cannot heal, heal everything I've made of. That prayer would test me on my faith. It would test me on my willingness. Because there were times when just saying that prayer and giving carte blanche to the divine healing, just saying the prayer or thinking about saying the prayer would cause fear to come up. The fear of losing control, the fear of the unknown. But it was a glorious prayer that just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger within my heart. And the glory of it was, I have no opinion of what needs to be healed, of how it should be healed, and what it should look like. How could I? And I didn't know what was needing to be healed. I had enough awareness of many things, but how deep it went, how wide it went, I had not a clue. But heal it all. And when you allow that prayer to be a companion for you, with you, it becomes a place of power, because you have so much faith in the truth of creation that you are putting your entire life in the hands of God. The only way to maybe see it is if you were needing to have an operation and you just said to the doctor, I don't care what you have to do, just do whatever it is, and let me know later if anything's left. Times that by 1,000,000, to give it all to God. Be my divine physician and heal everything that is needed, and whatever's left, I have no idea. It's love trusting love. It's faith trusting love. And you have it within you to go to that deepest place that I have no clue what needs to be healed, but heal it all. Another question: what do you follow? I'm sure it changes from day to day or hour to hour or moment to moment, but it's such a beautiful question. What do I follow? Where is my loyalty? Where is my allegiance? Where is my authority? And to keep cleansing and coming back to that awareness that it has to be the divine. It has to be the power of the universe that you follow. And if you're following anything else, gladly surrender it. If you ask yourself the question, what do I follow? And it's, let's say, other beloved's opinions. If you follow others' opinions, then that's a beautiful, perfect time to be able to see that, forgive yourself, and surrender what you follow into the hands of God, and only want to follow the truth of love. What do you choose? That may seem like a simple question, but when you ask yourself, what am I choosing? It's always going to be between peace and fear, between light and what you believe might be dark or personally made. But asking the question is a loving gift to yourself. Do you limit the peace that you offer? And why? Why would you limit the peace that you offer? The main reason that beloveds limit peace that they offer unconsciously or sometimes consciously is the belief of scarcity. The unconscious belief that there's only so much peace and that you have to be doling it out as others deserve it rather than completely offering it all the time. Because the catch is that who is the decider of who deserves the peace? Who is it that decides who is worthy of the gift of peace? If you think it's coming from your own mind, which I guarantee you that it would be, because the idea of limiting peace or doling it out in small segments is completely ego-driven. The idea of trying to hold on to your ownership and the idea of trying to control merit to others, what they deserve. And then you get to judge their behaviors or how they have treated you. And then you give them a quarter of whatever. That all of that must just fall away, and you give everyone all the peace. And the miraculousness of giving all your peace, all your love, is that there is a never-ending flow of abundance that keeps replenishing all that love and all that peace. And you become the messenger of God in every way by offering love. Are you willing to look on every situation with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness? Open-mindedness is a beautiful awareness. It's again not having any opinions, not having any reactions to likes and dislikes and right and wrong, but just being open-minded to the truth that everything is love and everything is divine creation. Open-mindedness. It just allows you so much of learning to not close the door to any experience, to any way of learning in the moment. It always reminds me of open-mindedness, how rigid it is with music many times. And yet within every pearl of music, there's an offering. It's a gift. Receive the gift that's always being offered with open-mindedness and appreciation. When you allow that every situation and every circumstance, every beloved, that the situation is there for appreciation because there's no right or wrong. It's all for learning. So then you stay in appreciation because you learned, if you allow the open-mindedness, you're learning the deeper mysteries of the universe and the deeper truths of love. Every moment, the schoolroom of love. And keeping that truth, coming back to open-mindedness, what are you believing in? And what are you promoting in your mind? These are all just blessed questions to keep opening and coming out of the trance of limitation and separation. Open-mindedness and appreciation. What are you believing in? Love always provides. Allow to continue to open to the abundance of love that shows in every aspect of all creation. And ask yourselves the questions: do I desire a life where I am powerful and not helpless? What do I offer? And what do I believe in? Yes, 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 yes. Your yes opens everything.